Thousands of demonstrators opposed to the Vietnam War assembled in the nation's capital for a mass protest. For the most part orderly, minor scuffles did occur between the demonstrators and hecklers. A 3-hour parade takes the demonstrators across the Potomac on their way to the Pentagon. The crowd, estimated at about 50,000 persons, was a loose confederation of some 150 groups and included adults, students, even children. It is at the Pentagon where the first test of strength comes. Military police contain the crowd, but clashes soon break out. Federal marshals arrest several who attempt to break through the protective line. Reinforcing the marshals, a second wave of MPs with fixed bayonets in scabbards move into position. Some 400 demonstrators are arrested, 2 soldiers are injured, and tear gas is used. 6 break into a Pentagon side door, but are quickly apprehended in the day-long disturbance. The next day, campfires are lighted to hold off the autumn chill. The same weekend saw nationwide demonstrations supporting American GIs in Vietnam. The Pentagon protest was less violent in its second day of sitting in. The 2-day protest ends with over 600 arrested and the widespread opinion that the demonstration made everyone a loser. A new turbojet transport plane on display in Bremen. It will carry 65 passengers and was manufactured jointly by Germany, Holland, and England. Special features include fan brake flaps and low-pressure tires for short takeoffs and landings. Rolls-Royce engines power the new jet, being groomed for medium and short-range trips. Latest addition to continental air travel. South Vietnamese Premier Ky greets Japanese Premier Sato at Saigon Airport during a brief goodwill visit, part of Sato's controversial Southeast Asia tour. The 4-hour stopover included a private conference on the war. Sato very carefully avoided criticizing the North Vietnamese, but added that peace is not possible until Hanoi decides to accept U.S. offers to negotiate. "150 gallons of motor fuel spread over 600 feet become a gigantic pool of flame. It's a demonstration of the Navy's newest fire extinguisher called Purple K. 3 tragic fires aboard aircraft carriers led to its development. Navy officials said the fires shouldn't have happened. Purple K may be the answer for a recommended massive fire extinguishing system. One man in 25 seconds dramatically proves its power. At Pasadena's Jet Propulsion Laboratories, scientists receive exciting data from Mariner 5, our Venus probe space vehicle, shown here in model form. Contrary to Soviet findings, Mariner reports a magnetic field and an atmosphere much less dense than Russian reports. Mariner's flyby mission also probes the radioactivity of Venus to determine the possibility of man landing there. The Temple of the 9 Emperor Gods, where thousands of Chinese religious pilgrims gather for the annual purification rite of firewalking. The massive hot foot has been performed here for 85 years, the climax of an 8-day festival. A frenzy of prayer chanting precedes the steamy stroll in which a sedan chair is carried by pain-defying mediums. First the mediums, followed by the penitents, and there seems to be more running than walking. Natch, better to be rare than well done. Keep moving, fellas. Last man across buys the ointment and bandages. A story that asks the question, must a shattered windshield ruin a business or vacation trip? Stay tuned for a unique answer to the prayer of a motorist in distress. The first order of business, carefully remove all the glass from the smashed windshield and prepare for windy traveling. Now watch. Is it a bird or a plane? No, it's super inflatable windshield to the rescue. Carried in the trunk, it's half inflated, adjusted, and installed with special tape. One final step, more huff and puff to make sure the replacement is flat and firm. Look, Ma, instant auto mechanic. Check out the windshield wipers and you're all set. Of course, it's only temporary, no driving over 80, but a boon if you're out in the boondocks. Tennessee against unbeaten Alabama. Tennessee's third-string quarterback, Bubba Wyche, on a deep swing pass to Walt Chadwick, who takes it all the way down to Alabama's 1. Tailback Chadwick over left guard, and the Tennessee Volunteers score first. The kick makes it 7-0. Third quarter, 7-all. Pickens to Alabama's 5. Wyche pitches out to Chadwick, who throws to Ken DeLong, making it Volunteers 14, Crimson Tide 7. The Vols widen their point margin when Carl Kremser boots a 47-yard field goal to make it 17-7. But Alabama fights back. Chatwood good for 5 yards and a first down on the Tennessee 1. Ed Morgan on a slant, and it's Vols 17, the Tide 13. A 2-point pass conversion attempt fails. For the third time, Al Dorsey intercepts Kenny Stabler, this time going all the way. Tennessee upsets Alabama, 24-13, ending a 2-year, 25-game unbeaten streak.